All right, welcome. Thank you everybody for joining us. We have a good crew. I see the list there. We have some people from around the region. Appreciate it. We might have a few more people joining us, so we will be waiting to hear from them. But for now, welcome to our presentation. Today, our presentation is going to be, we have three different goals that we want you to take away from this. We're hoping that you're going to learn to navigate Pinterest more efficiently. We want you to see the AT tools that our team really has learned to trust, and we're all excited about them, and we've talked about them quite a bit. And we want you to experience a positive go-to-meeting and become more comfortable using it. Please, if you have questions, type them in the chat box, but we will have 10 minutes at the end to talk about that. So today is going to be more of a commercial. So we're going to be just kind of showing you our pins and talking about them a little bit, and we'd love it if you would type in your questions into the chat box. And whoever types in questions, we will follow up at the end with more information about that. So today we will be talking, these are our presenters, and these are the topics we will be covering. We have the whole, let's see here, I'm going to take it right into our presentation. So has everybody been able, I think everybody's been able to check the chat box, and Shannon, if you're coming in late, please sign in on the chat box, and if you have questions, we will try to deal with that as we go along, but I think everybody so far has been able to sign in. So thank you for coming, and we have, if you haven't seen, we have 9 people, nine attendees right now from areas such as Duluth Public Schools. We have Northern Lights, Cloquet, and Mesabi East. So we have a good turnout today. Thanks for coming. Let's see here. So I'm just going to jump right in. One of the main reasons we're going to digital resources is that, have you ever been to a meeting where you walk away and there's about 15 things you heard about, but you only can get back to about 3 of those, maybe because there wasn't a handout or because you just didn't have enough time to see what they're talking about. Well, the goal of this is that everything we talk about, you will quickly and easily be able to get right back to this exact spot we were talking about. So I'm going to take you right to our Pinterest board. And when you start on Pinterest, it starts on like a news feed. So we're just going to jump right in here, kind of get you comfortable with Pinterest. If you don't have Pinterest now, it's very hard to look at the Pinterest site without getting an account. So that is the first thing you're going to need to do, is get a Pinterest account, and it doesn't cause any problems for spam or anything else. It's a pretty easy program to work with. Once you get in there, then you're going to want to do the search. And we're going to go down here, and I'm going to type in Northland AT. And on mine, it pops right up, and I just click on it. And like I said, if you can't find it, just go to that link that we put in the chat box, or you will get in your email as an attachment. And then, so this is kind of the background, just where everything is at. So when you get to our Northland AT board, we actually have made boards. And you'll notice you have different places you're going to be able to go to. And so we have pins that we've pinned. These are all of our pins. These are our followers, the people that are following us. And these are the places that people that we're following. But the board area is really where we've kind of put a lot of energy into. And you remember the AT consideration wheel where it breaks things into tasks? We have used those same terms in most of our boards. That was what inspired us to write these different boards. And we're trying to organize them in a way that it's easy to get back to with your task in mind. So that's basically the essence of how we did it. And this is a little description and a little picture of who we are here. You'll get to meet all of us. There's about 6 of us here that will be joining, will be taking turns and walking over to sit at the computer to talk about their pins. So, my name is Greg Sumner. I'm an occupational therapist for Northern Lights Special Education Cooperative. I'm basically it's near Duluth. Today I'm going to be talking to you about a smart pen. So how do I find that on our Pinterest board? Well, Smart Pen does a lot of different things, but the place that we decided to put it was in the written, and this is the exciting part, is changing around. Up, it is up, written. It's in the written, right there, written expression here. So when I click on this board, it brings me to the different pins, and you notice there's many different pins inside. Well, here is the pin I'm going to talk to you about, and is the Smart Pen. Smart Pen is my favorite tool of choice. It's kind of the Swiss Army knife of AT, I think. It's a standalone device that all you need is the pen and the paper. You don't have to use the computer for it. And it's really hard to pin it into one spot, but written expression seems to be the place that is most often used. So what I have done is created a list of videos. I've made a couple years ago, I worked in a different school district, and I took videos of all the different places people were using it and got their opinions on it. So to get to those videos, you click on the picture here, and that takes you to the website that I posted this information at. And so this gives you the index of topics that I broke it down according to task more versus the technical specifications. And so say you want to watch something about written expression, since that's the board we're in. So I click on this link, and it takes you right to the internet, the YouTube video. So I'm just going to skip here. Here we are at Bridgewater Elementary School in Northfield, Minnesota, and it shows you a video of how these two teachers have used the Smart Pen. On some of the links, you'll notice that there will be another description page, but you just take it and click the next link, and that'll take you to the YouTube. Good morning. So that is, I think there's a lot of information here, but this is basically how it's broken down into a list of videos, and they're basically all under 3-minute videos of how people are using the Smart Pen. So I'm going to take you back to our Pinterest board, and you can either, to get out of that pen, you can either click on this X here or go back. And so now I'm at our written expression board, and I'm going to back up again, and I'm going to come to the top, and we're going to have Ryan come over to the board and talk to you. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ryan Dickinson. I know it's been on your screen the whole time, but I'm actually Ryan Dickinson. I am the District AT Specialist at Duluth Edison Charter Schools. And today I'm going to talk about a Chrome extension that I use all the time. It's called Techsmith Snagit. And so from our Northland AT board, I'm going to scroll way down to the bottom right, and we have a board specifically set up for Chrome apps and extensions. Once I find this board, I'm going to go ahead and click to enter, and you'll see lots of other pins and things that we like from Chrome apps and extensions. And down in the right-hand corner, there is the Snagit Extension. So once I click on that, it's going to give me a little description about what Techsmith Snagit is. And if I click on the picture, it's going to take me directly to the Chrome App Store, and you can add the extension directly from here. Once you've added the extension, if you're familiar with Chrome, your extensions are going to show up in the top right-hand corner of your screen. And so as you can see, I already have Snagit installed. And if I click on the Snagit, oh, not from there, from maybe SPED Forms, if I click on the extension, it gives me a toolbar off to the right-hand side and gives me lots of options of things that I can do from this page. I can take a screen capture of just the region, maybe I have a specific area, or the entire screen, or I can do a scrolling screen capture, or I can record a video. My favorite thing about Techsmith Snagit is once I've installed the extension and recorded a video, it creates in my Google Drive a folder specifically for those screen captures. So then once I have those, I can share those out with anyone within my Google domain or outside my Google domain. These are great for how-to videos, sharing pictures and images. You can also edit the images to give examples of how to do things. Something I use every day to or other student issues. So again, you can find this Chrome app and extension in our Northland AT under Google Chrome apps and extensions. I'm going to click on the X to get back out and navigate back to our Northland AT board. Thanks for joining us, and Terry is going to come talk about another fun thing.
I'm just going to give a quick jump in here. If you just joined us, please be okay, and anybody else, please ask questions in the chat box. We'd love to answer any questions. We are going fast today, but the goal is to just give you commercials on all these, and we'd love questions. Here is Terry.
Hello, my name is Terry Ross. I'm a COTA in the Duluth Public Schools. I'm going to share an app called Letter School, and it is under the Written Expression board. written expression motor, the same area that Greg shared the Smart Pen. And this is the app. It is for an iPad. I like to use it with students who are learning to print alphabet letters. You can have them trace, copy, and then it fades the prompt, and so they're writing it on their own. There's some really fun graphics you can see. It costs $2.99. Kids really like it. It's super motivating. And that's the App Letter School. I'm going to bring you back to the Pinterest board. And now you're going to hear from Shannon. More.
Hi, my name is Shannon Pruill, and I'm the Technology Coordinator at the Northern Lights Special Ed Cooperative. And today I'm going to be showing you 2 Google Chrome extensions that work together. And this is under our Northland AT Pinterest site way at the bottom, under Chrome Apps and Extensions. And then above Ryan's here, they are right here. They're called Tab Glue and Tab Scissors. So these are extensions that cut your tabs on your browser in half. If I click on the Tab Scissors Pinterest pin here and I click directly on it, it will bring me to the Chrome store, and I could add this to my list of extensions. It is free. I have already added this to the Chrome toolbar. So Tab Scissors is one and Tab Glue is the other, and you can see they're both listed here on our Pinterest site. So let's take a look and see how this works. So you can see they're installed. Here's the Tab Scissors. If I want to cut this browser page in half, I'm going to click on the tab where I want it to go to the right of, and I click on Split at Select a Tab for the scissors, and you can see it automatically puts it in over here at the right. So I have 2 tabs now. I have 2 windows more or less open. I have Sped Forms on the right, and then you can see over here on the left I have a Google document. So this might be useful if you want to copy something from your Google Doc and you want to paste it into Sped Forms. You can quickly, easily do that by navigating between the 2 windows. If I want to put this whole browser back together, I would use the Tab Glue. So Tab Glue puts it together, Tab Scissors takes it apart. Pretty easy. Thank you, and I'm going to get back to the Pinterest site. And Julia Ray is up next.
That's Ryan lurking. Hi everyone, it's Julie Ray, and I am a speech-language pathologist and assistive technology coordinator at the Duluth Public Schools. So hello all you Duluth people out there, and everyone else, of course. So if you go, I'm going to share with you today a really pretty simple resource that some of you may have already seen me share with our district. If you scroll down on the Northland AT Pinterest page, down to the computer access board, and this is the pin here. It's a list of free online switch activities. The thing that I really like about this is that it provides a long list of resources for those individuals who maybe only can access a computer through a switch interface, maybe only with a single switch. And sometimes I know we run out of activities to try with those students who have that type of access. So this gives a very long list. I'll scroll down a little bit of all the different kinds of activities, different websites that you can use. Still going. You'll see it keeps going. All these resources of things that you can click on that will then take you to websites where it will only take a single click or maybe a slight movement by someone else in the room who's helping move the mouse to the place where it needs to be clicked. So again, with a simple switch interface, those things can happen. One of the ones that people like the most is the Priory Woods web pages. Those basically provide a wide range. Some of these are split out by the types of activities, but you can see that there are videos, and then there are some where you just click to watch the video, or where a switch click causes one specific activity to happen. So again, I really just like this list of activities because it provides a wide range of things for individuals to do that might have some difficulty accessing computers in a typical way. So I'll take you out of that pin. We're back in the computer access page, and I'm going to back out into the Northland AT web page there, Pinterest page, and here is Krista Sievertson.
Hi, I'm Krista Sievertson, and I am the Autism TOSA for the Duluth Edison Charter Schools, and I am going to be showing you a pin today about an app called Pictello. So to get to Pictello, I actually have it pinned in two different places. You can find it under the iPad Tech Tip or under Written Expression Composition, and that's where we're going to go right now. So clicking on Written Expression and then clicking on Pictello, this will take us to the iTunes Store. Now what Pictello is it's an app for iPad, iPhone, and iPod Touch, and what it does is it's a visual storytelling app, and you can create stories, social stories, step-by-step lists, or visual directions for kids. My favorite feature is that you can put video models within it. We've used it for talking photo albums, experience books for kids who have a difficult time expressing what has happened to them or sharing the things that they've done, and also for auditory books. You don't have to just record your voice, you can also record sounds. So these are just a few screenshots that show you what the Pictello app looks like, and I believe this is within the iPad. So you can have a whole library of different stories. It comes with a few sample stories for you to check out. And this is what a basic Pictello page looks like. You can add a picture, you can add words. It will incorporate any written words. It has text-to-speech. You can use the voices. There's many different voices within Pictello, and you can also record your own voice and sounds, and then you can also put video in there, which is my favorite feature, and which I think makes this storytelling app kind of above and beyond some of the other ones that are out there. It does cost $19.99, which is the most I've ever paid for an app, but it comes from the creators of Proloquo Go, and they just have put a ton of features into this app. Some of those include the ability to adjust the audio speed, all sorts of different voices you can use. You can adjust pronunciation. You can have your story be a slideshow, or you can have manual page turning. They've actually even incorporated new things like word prediction, speak as you type, switch access is available for turning the pages, and it will also ignore repeated taps for students who are either have difficulty controlling their fine motor skills or just like to tap the screen a lot. There's several different modes that it helps you set the stories up in. There's a wizard that just walks you through step by step, or a more advanced mode for those of you that have done it a few times. And then what's really cool about this is you can share your stories via the internet, and you can share with any other Pictello users by sharing a code or through Dropbox. And you can also download stories as a PDF or share them through iTunes file sharing. So there's lots of different options for it. I think that's about it on Pictello. So I'm going to take us back to the Pinterest board. And here we are. Our next presenter is Greg.
All right. Well, we promised to have 10 minutes at the end to talk. So what we're going to do is we're going to kill the recording now. So